Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're breaking down a single skill that can turn furious customers into your biggest fans and, believe it or not, power your entire business strategy. Yep, we're talking about the art of listening.
Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the real cost. What actually happens when a business just doesn't listen? It all starts with a moment every company dreads: the service failure.
It's way, way bigger than just one lost sale. A bad experience creates this massive ripple effect. Think about it. That one unhappy person tells their friends, they post online, and suddenly they've steered dozens of other people away from you. And there's a metric that actually measures this damage. You've probably heard of it. It's called customer churn. Some people call it defection or attrition, but at the end of the day, it's the number that keeps managers up at night. The big goal for any company that cares about its customers is to get this number as low as humanly possible. And here's the part that's so crucial to understand. A service failure isn't just a neutral event where you lose a customer. No, it's an active transformation. It can take a perfectly happy customer and turn them into a vocal detractor, someone who goes out of their way to tell people, stay away from that company. But what if you could not only stop that from happening, but actually use that negative moment to make the relationship even stronger? Well, that's exactly where this powerful recovery framework comes into play, the MAMA method. So the sources we looked at point to this really smart four-step process. It's a roadmap called the MAMA approach. First, you make time to listen. Then you acknowledge their problem, manage the issue itself, and finally, you assure them that it's all fixed. And as we're about to see, that very first step, it's everything. What's so fascinating here, and this is really the key, is the order of operations. Before you say you're sorry, before you offer a fix, before you do anything else, you just have to listen. The sources are crystal clear on this. Do not interrupt. Let the customer get their entire story out. That one simple act shows them respect, and it immediately starts to bring the temperature in the room way, way down. Right, but making time to listen isn't just about, zipping your lips and waiting for your turn to talk. So, what does active listening really look like, especially when someone's upset? For that, the sources give us another handy little tool. It's called the HEAT method, and it's basically a script for these tough moments. First, you hear them out patiently. Then you empathize. You show them you get why they're frustrated. Next, a genuine apology for the mistake. And finally, you take ownership of the problem and commit to fixing it. It's a clear path to turn a bad situation around. And this quote from Alan Harari just nails it. Listening isn't passive. It's not just a waiting game. It's the engine of real conversation. It's how you actually engage with what the other person is feeling so you can build trust and, find a real solution. Okay, so let's pull back for a second. We've seen how listening can be reactive, right? It's about fixing a problem. But what about using it proactively to stop problems from ever happening and to actually grow your business? You see, there's been this huge shift in marketing. We've moved away from just focusing on a single sale. That's transactional marketing. The goal now is relationship marketing, which is all about building trust and connection for the long haul. And let's be honest, you can't build a relationship with someone you're not listening to. And we're not just talking about feelings here. This is a real structured business process. Step one is systematically listening everywhere, on social media, through surveys from your sales team. Step two is understanding, taking all that data and finding the patterns. And step three is taking smart, targeted action based on what you've learned. And this image, this CRM cycle, it just perfectly captures the whole idea. Understanding the needs of customers isn't a one-time thing you do when something breaks. No, it's a constant, foundational part of the entire loop. It's the fuel that powers everything else, from marketing to product development. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here, from handling complaints all the way up to high-level strategy. So what's the one big thing you should walk away with? Here it is. Listening is not a soft skill. It's a hard, strategic asset. It's your best tool for turning a disaster into a win. It's the foundation of modern marketing. It's the primary source of data for your strategy. And it is the most direct way to build trust and keep your customers for life.
So I'll leave you with this final, really important question to think about for your own business. Because making that shift from just talking at people to truly structurally listening to them, well, that's what separates the companies that just get by from the ones that truly connect and thrive.